on 2K Sports. Well, it was a great Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, Game 2, just about ready to tip off. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Vucevic is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Taurean Prince. Then it's White. And it's Jerome in at the 1. And for New York, we've got Anunoby. Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's the Cobra in at the 2 spot. Taking a look at New York. Well, they took Game 1. If they can make it 2-0, Greg, the odds certainly favor them to advance.
Well, the cliche is that the series doesn't start until someone wins on the road, but the reality is if they take care of business on their home court tonight, they'll be on their way to ending it. Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath and score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Adebayo. For Hart. A terrific shot on a turnaround.
Well, if this is a physical contest, Adebayo is going to win out.
Brunson scanning the floor. And stolen by Prince. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Pass to Jerome. White with it. 5 on the clock. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And White understands his role on this team. They look to him to drain that jumper.
Anunoby outside. Down low. Here's Parham. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Pass to Adebayo. Now White. Adebayo with a screen on Anunoby. Here's White. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Here's Parham. And he dunks it down.
Oh, I thank you very much.
And really flying. You combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Prince. White setting the pick for Prince for 3. The Cobra with the rebound. Knicks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Brunson the pass to Parham. Plays it up and banks it in. Parham's got 6.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Bruce Ellis has checked in for Prince. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Bruce Ellis. He's guarded by Anunoby. White the pass to Adebayo. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Cobra in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He scored 48 points, and per usual, he was a monster on the glass, picking up pretty much every board that came his way. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. He couldn't possibly top that tonight, would he? Let's find out together. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
1:53 left in the first. Hard against Adebayo. Poke loose. And a fast break now for New York. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Like it when a team turns D into O, a heads-up play on defense by Hart to make that bucket happen.
Jerome passes to Adebayo. White with it. Pass to Adebayo. And no good that time. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's the Cobra, and he finishes nicely on the way. He's got 12.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Achua, he's checked in for Anunoby. The Bulls also changing it up. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Adebayo. Isaiah Joe comes in for Kobe White. And Ball subbed in for Ty Jerome. Inside, Joe, it's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Knicks.
Towns for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
On the catch and shoot there, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Outside, Ball. To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And here are the Knicks now after the Bulls pick up 2. To the middle. Just 4 to shoot. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside, Ball. Vucevic down low. Misses in close. And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And here we go, heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Ball. Trent's out there with Buzelis. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard position.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Buzelis sets a screen for Ball. Pass to Joe. Now Buzelis. Scoreless thus far. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
The Cobras shot is off. Bulls trail by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chicago shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Buzelis. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Parham passes to Anunoby. Here's the Cobra. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Brunson, and there's another one for the Knicks.
That's a tough distance to master, but Brunson making that mid-ranger look good.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Chicago making a switch here. Phillips has checked in. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. And you look at the Cobra, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Chicago making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Smith finds ball. Smith outside. Pass to Buzelis. Knocked loose. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Achua. Parham passes to Hart. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. And then Buzelis with the dunk.
This is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
Adebayo is checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Isaiah Joe.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Brunson the pass to Parham. And here is Hart. New York needs to get off a shot. Brunson. The offensive rebound. Bulls trail by 5. To the inside. Stolen by Brunson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Parham passes to Achua. There's a screen by Achua. Hart kicks to Brunson. Shoots the 3. The Cobras' shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's Ball, that time on the assist by White. Ball's got his second bucket tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Parham. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And the foul called on the Cobra. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Towns, he's checked in for Achua. Then for the Bulls. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Prince comes in for Buzelis. And it's Ty Jerome in for Ball. Here's White. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 5. Parham passes to Towns. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
To the paint. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that. .102 left here in the second. Down low, here's Parham. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Back to Adebayo. Inside, Vucevic. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Prince wide open, and he hits it to tie the game up.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The 19-foot shot. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Jerome. Still yet to score. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And oh, he hits the buzzer.
resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. New York ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rumble.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason.
Watching them on the offensive end, they did a great job moving that basketball. There's no surprise in those assist totals how they reflect that.
Keeping everyone involved, keeping everyone engaged.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. And it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
You've got Hart, Jalen Brunson out there with the Cobra. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Free throw good, Adebayo.
Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, a true defensive anchor.
And Adebayo drops them both.
And the Adebayo experiment has been pretty awesome to watch just because it's gone nuclear. All the skills and his hard work paying off now.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
New York shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Jerome passes to Prince. White, wide open. He fires. Good. And a nice assist from Prince.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Now here's Towns. To the middle. Here's Parham. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. And you look at the Cobra, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
And guys, that shooting percentage of his has been spectacular since the start of the playoffs. He has been completely locked in. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I can settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And it's Vucevic missing. The Knicks shooting an incredible 64% for the field in this game. Runs in the pass to Parham. Pass to Hart. Anunoby with him. To the inside. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here's Parham. Banked in off the glass. Parham's got 5 points in the quarter.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Here's White with the drive, and White slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's White. He's got 8. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Takes it from 10, and it's blocked by Parham, and that's out. Chicago will retain possession. Pass to White from the high post, and he gets it to go. White's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Parham passes to Hart. Brunson with a clean look. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Brunson's got his second pass.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight things.
Wide, a screen on Hart. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Clock at 6. Adebayo against Hart. The shot by Adebayo, no good. For New York, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Tipped away. Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for New York.
And how about Towns' activity level there? Sensing an opportunity and going for it on the steal.
Bulls trail by 4. Jerome passes to Prince. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. 1:32 left in the third. And Vucevic throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Parham passes to Anunoby. Down low. It's stolen by White. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. There's Jerome. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Brunson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So for the Bulls, Buzelis is checked in for Bam Adebayo. Isaiah Joe comes in for Prince. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Kobe White. A nice shot by the Kobe.
Crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Bulls trailing. And here is Ball. Rejected by Parham. One-on-one here. Knocked away. Stolen by Ball. Pass to Buzelis. And again, Chicago. No good. Lets it go from 14. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Now it's a 4-point New York lead.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Vucevic. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Joe passes to Vucevic. Over Towns. And it's Vucevic missing. Now, here's Hart. Inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Smith is out there with Walton. Then it's Ball. Then there's Isaiah Joe. And it's Bruce Ellis in at the small forward. Joe at 3 off the mark.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
It just feels like every year Brunson has sharpened his skills as a passer and a playmaker, knowing that his position, he's got to move it around.
Now, here's Ball. Smith sets the pick for Ball. Misses the 3.
Miss such an open.
Nice touch off the glass. And now an 8-point New York lead.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The drive-by Ball. And the layup is good.
Alonzo can score. He drives like that with intent.
Anunoby passes to Parham. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Smith outside. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Walton is screen on Brunson. Back to Walton. And Walton throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
A new lineup here for the Bulls. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Parham. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for New York.
I like this throwback approach they're taking. Looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle. The hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
Now, here's Hart. Pass to Towns. Jerome with the rebound. Bulls trail by 10. And here's Vucevic. to the paint. Got a hand on it. Here's the Cobra. Knocks it loose. Prince with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Now here's White. Pass to Jerome. Connects from three-point range.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Anunoby kicks to Brunson. Here's Jerome. Brunson covering. Count it. Good. And now just a 5-point Knicks lead.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at it. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
He gets that one. Barnes got 43 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And it's White missing. The Knicks leading by 7. Going inside. Great D that time from Adebayo.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
.54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Towns with the steal.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Amazing just how trusted Brunson is with the basketball.
Chicago calls timeout. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. White with it to the inside. Adebayo, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
And it's in there. 47 points for the Cobra.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Now, here's Vucevic. Pass to Jerome. Here's White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Kobe White. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And the Bulls call timeout here. They're trailing by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Puts it up off the inbound. Here's Parham. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Kobe White. On the first, and that will put them up by 9. Unable to get the second one.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
So it's New York picking up the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now break 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.
First team all defense is MP and 4 other guys. Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.
Be in the house.